What is your name?
Ibrahim Ajallo.
Um, where did you move from?
I moved from Guinea in West Africa.
This is Guinea in West Africa. Did you move?
It's a long story, but to make it short, when I was at the University of Conakry in Guinea, I wanted to come to a Western country to finish my education. I was a medical student. I needed 2 more years to finish my education. Then I had the lottery visa. So if you have that lottery visa, you have to come in the US within 6 months. So I had to make a choice between staying there, finish my medical school, or coming here, start my life all over again. Due to many problems going on back home regarding politics and the freedom, mainly freedom. If you are there, you are not free because the government controls everything. And I figured out I didn't want to live that the rest of my life, and I didn't want my kids to live that kind of life. I decided to move here, finish my goal to study and get a degree at a Western country, mainly in the US, then have my kids in this country so that they would have a better future. I knew it would have been a long road, but I decided to do that one, and instead of finishing my medical school back home.
Um, who did you come with?
I came with my brother. He's 3 years older than me. He is currently in San Diego. He's working there. A very difficult situation. But if you look at the long run, you figure out it's productive and it's worth it. But if you look at the short run, you figure out it's so difficult. When we moved here, the two of us, all our family were back home. But we have our uncle here. He's the one who sponsored us to come. Easy. Finding a job, it was very difficult to find the first job because if you are new wherever you go, they're gonna ask you what is your job history. And if you don't have a job history, they think you don't know what you are doing, or maybe you are not qualified, especially if you are in your 30s. When I came here, I was on my late 20s, so it was difficult to find a new job, but I was lucky to find a job at a store where I started the work. Where some do, some don't. But going to a foreign country, it's a big decision to make. The reason for that, when you go, you meet with all kind of people. Some will like you for sure, some will hate you. You can't avoid that in life. But you have to take it easy on you. For those people who like you, cooperate with them. The one who don't like you, just give them a space. Leave them alone. In some instances, I had some people, I figured out, okay, here is a person who is treating me differently. I don't know if it's based on my color. I don't know if it's based on my gender. I don't know if they hate my accent. I just find it, here is a person who doesn't like me. I say, okay, is that person is not the only one who can do a service. But let's say if you go, the person is sitting in an office, they have to do their job because the companies cannot tolerate those things. So when you find them there, they cannot show you who they are. But if you meet with them at, like, let's say, to the local supermarket, they can show you who they are if you are interacting with them. You just they see you, they just turn their back. You want to ask them a question like, or any type of interaction with them, they will just avoid you. You see that happening, but it's part of life. Everybody want to like you, and everybody want to hate you. You will be in the middle all the time. To me, if that a person goes too far, then I'll make it a big deal. But if I figure out it's not, they don't do far, and it won't affect my life, what they're doing is mainly affecting my life. If a person hates me, I figure out it's affecting my life, affecting my health, affecting my future, then I will react. If not, I let it go. I expected things to be very difficult. I knew it from the beginning. I knew I was coming to a different culture. I knew I was coming where I cannot speak the language. When I get here, for instance, in this room, I didn't know any name of anything in this room, nothing. So learning that, I knew it would be difficult. But staying home would have been the worst.